Greetings, YouTube. Once again, happy Friday. We have a spectrum of offers to review today. One on the high end of a great deal and one on the low end of, I don't know who this is targeting, but it's basically them getting mugged by Kabam worth of value. So let's start with the positive one because I do like promoting good offers. Contrary to popular belief, it is not fun for me to automatically start a video saying this offer is terrible because I love this game, even with all the issues that it's having, and I want players to progress and enjoy it. I don't want this game to be dead in 2 or 3 years. I want it to thrive. And so it makes a lot more sense for me to have incentives to promote offers that keep Kabam in business but also benefit the player versus offers that somehow maybe keep Kabam in business but don't benefit the player at all. Thankfully, this Alliance Questing Booster Pack really benefits the player and Kabam, so it's a win-win in that regard. I will say that I feel a little bit different about promoting something like this right now because of so many Alliance War issues and the inability, and I'm going to talk about this because this is the biggest problem I've seen with Alliance War, the inability for Kabam under the new system to have people have time to finish Alliance War before Alliance Quest starts. And if you're going for Map 6 or especially Map 7, you want the best attacking team available for your Alliance War. And if you have a Map 6 or a Map 7, you can't afford to wait a few hours to start your Alliance War. There just isn't going to be enough time to finish unless everybody moves perfectly, and of course we know that almost never happens. So Kabam has really made it very hard, if not impossible, for so many of these top alliances, especially in the Platinum and Master brackets, to finish Alliance War in time for Alliance Quest. So when I talk about these potions and revives that Kabam's trying to have us use in Alliance Quest and Alliance War, with the Alliance War system broken and Alliance Quest not able to function as it did before with that clean break in time starting, it kind of makes me have a bad taste in my mouth. But let's talk at least about the value of this because there is significant value. $30 is the equivalent if you were to buy units by itself on a normal daily basis. $30 is the Tony Stark's briefcase, and that will get you 850 units. Okay, so keep in mind that for the price of 850 units, you get so much for your cash. Just in boosts alone, I would say this is at least 400 to 500 units worth of boosts, and that's conservative. I value the Greater Champion boosts by themselves at least 200 units apiece. I used to value them at 300, but they've become pretty common in terms of offers, even unit-based offers. But the two items I want to talk about specifically for the sake of this are the Level 3 Alliance Team Revives and the Level 4 Alliance Team Health Potions. And as a reminder, the Level 4s give you 7,800 health, which is pretty darn significant. And the Level 3 Alliance Team Revives give you 4,200, which, when you combine the two, pretty good. And you'll notice that I am nowhere near, I guess, except for the third item, of even risking going into my overflow because these items are so expensive I don't really purchase them. I just wait for these offers. So Level 3 Alliance Team Revives run 365 units a piece. So 3 of those, right? 3 of those is already over what you would normally pay in units for $30. So just 3 of them is a better deal than the normal deal, but you get 5 of them. And then on top of that, for a very similar price, you get this, which, again, 5 of these, a level 4 Alliance Team Health Potions, 5 of those is, again, over 1,500 units. So between 5 of these and 5 of these Level 3 Alliance Team Revives, you're looking at $100 worth of units. Now, that's a crazy amount, and these things are freaking expensive, and I really wish Kabam would finally transfer them like the other non-alliance potions and revives to percentages versus health. But these things are so expensive that the alliances at the top, if they want to compete and not risk deaths in Alliance War, they have to purchase them. So Kabam has no financial incentive to make it pro player, which is really, really annoying and frustrating, but I totally get it from their perspective since they are a for-profit company that really likes to maximize their profit, especially in Alliance War. So this deal is, I would say, easily over $120 worth of units for $30. My grading system has to give that an A because the savings is way more than 50% off. which is generally where my C to B grading starts, because that's the pro player percentage. When you're getting something for half off, that's when it starts to matter, kind of like sales at the mall, for example. So I'm going to give this an A. I still have some reservations about the Alliance War and Alliance Quest issues, and that's where these potions and revives and boosts are surrounding. But in general, if you wanted to use these two 30% boosts to help, say, clear one of the new events, maybe you're still having trouble on the Deadpool Epic difficulty, or maybe you're going to try for that really, really BS whale milking fiesta of the last chapter of the Captain Marvel event that has so many summoners scratching their heads. Well, those boosts are really going to help. 30% in both health and attack could save you quite a few units, especially because you get 2 hours combined when you use both of them back to back, and hopefully in around 2 hours you should be able to finish all the paths of that chapter. So, that's relevant, and that's not an alliance-based thing. You can use those boosts for anything. I often use them in my arena to maximize my points in the 5-star featured arena. So I'm going to give that deal an A, and I think I'm excited overall, despite the issues, to talk about it. Now let's talk about the deal that's the opposite of an A. This thing could be the worst deal we have seen this year. And I've said that a couple of times this year, especially with the Tier 4 basic and Tier 1 alphas. But this is normally the unit to shard ratio, especially for a 4-star, that a 5-star deal is, and it's a bad 5-star deal. If this deal included a 5-star Hero Crystal Shard offer for 200 units, it would be awful. But the fact that it's a 4-star, you can't even grade this. I think this would be a terrible deal like 3 years ago. And then just for the rest of ISO, keep in mind all 3 levels of this are going to run you a really high number. You're just going to get ISO after this and gold, because the next 2, you've got 500 4-star Hero Crystal Shards and 1250. So the game, this is absolutely trying to make beginners tricked into buying this. It is just an insane price. 1250 plus 500 plus 250. If you're doing the math, you are asking people, along with ISO and gold, to purchase one 4-star hero for 1,700 units. 1,700 units, or the equivalent of more than $50 worth of units. And I get it's an ISO and gold package as well. But for 1,700 units, you should have a guaranteed 5-star opportunity, not a guaranteed 4-star. That would be a terrible price if 5 stars weren't relevant and 4 stars were still what 5 stars are now in 2015. But the fact that this is coming out on 2019, especially the same day as this really good Alliance Quest, Alliance War Potion Package Boost bundle, I don't get it, YouTube. I don't get it. It makes 0 sense to me. And I would give it an F, but that's such an insult to the letter F, because failing is such an understatement for this offer. It's an insult to the community, quite frankly. And to beginners, it's a total thievery cash grab. So only care about the $30 one. If you have the money and you need boosts and potions and all that, it's a great investment. But the other one is highway robbery, and highway robbery of the highest order. So don't get it. Shake your head at it like I do. It kind of makes me sick to my stomach. And concentrate on that one, or concentrate on none of them and save your money and your units. That's my advice. We have an A and we have a negative infinity. Those are the grades for today.